this is so tense. Even though I am sitting here and just doing nothing, I feel completely tense because I understand that I am doing something. Hi. I'm going to regret this hi. Yeah. So, what is this? This is not my second video, this is actually my third video. And I decided to not publish the second one. That is because, well, the most rational reason is that there were technical issues that I'm not equipped or inclined to solve. But it was also precious. It was also valuable because I got to see my heart. And that's something that's something I don't want to do. Or at least, it's not about wanting, no. It's about awareness, I suppose. Because my heart is not self-aware. My heart is not self-aware. And it shows. And I could see that. I can see other people's hearts, but I do not see my heart. And I suppose this is what I will be doing in those videos to come. I will let my mind run through stuff that's interesting to me, and I will watch my heart as I do that. Oh, this head movement. You see, when I was watching myself talk in the second video, I understood that it's not really about what I do. It's about how my heart reacts to seeing itself, to perceiving itself. Because my mind is pretty damn self-aware. It's done, I think, in this regard. There is the loop that I can see, and yeah, but my heart not even close. So instead of journaling like I used to do, I don't want to make any promises because this is an experiment, but instead of journaling like I used to do, I will journal like this. And the original point of journaling was to make my mind self-aware of how it works, and this is still going to happen like it used to. But now, instead of just writing stuff, I will have to do that online, let's say. I will not get to edit these things, and I will get to see just how my mind works, really. but also I will see myself, and I will watch these videos and get and make my heart observe itself. This is probably not a good moment to shoot a video because right now I'm focused mostly and everything's shut off, but I just had an intense morning. Prior to that, I had an intense evening when I watched a movie that totally wrecked me emotionally. And then there was yesterday when I was shooting the videos. So there was a lot of insights that I did not want to hear about myself, and I didn't want to watch. So let's see how this will turn out. Yeah. And this boils basically down to the fact that my heart is not self-aware. The judgment center that deals with emotions is not self-aware. And this sips through to my body. It's a child, basically. The heart it's a child. It's not an insult in any way. The mind is the parent and the heart is the child, and we need both to function, and they need to make peace with each other and with themselves. And this is what this thing is about. So the movie I was watching was called Annihilation. It's a movie from 2018. It's the second movie from this director, I think. The first one was Ex Machina, and it directed me the same way. I encourage you to watch these movies. I'm not talking to myself right now, I'm talking to the people that are watching these movies. Or maybe I'm talking to myself, trying to convince myself to watch them again. If you're into non-duality, I think you should watch these movies. They are... I don't know what's with this guy, but the symbolism he uses is just wrecking, to me at least. The first movie is about energies and male and female, masculine and feminine energies and their expressions, and about the ego. And the second movie, Annihilation, is, I don't know what it is yet, but it felt like a psychedelic trip. It's a very intense movie. If you're into this kind of stuff, then go ahead and watch it. It will give you a glimpse of what absolute infinity is. It's, I don't know if it's a horror movie, if it was intense emotionally, there was fear involved and discussed, but it's like if a usual movie tries to scare you with death, this movie scares you with life and exposes you to the core issue that I am facing in my life, which is resistance to change. it's not about really, it's not about death, it's finality that scares you. It's simply something so unlike what you think you understand about the world that it frightens you. And this movie does that with life forms. If you think you love life, then you should watch this movie to understand why you really don't, and why you don't understand life. If life was as alive as it was in that movie, it would be terrifying. And it is, of course, but we're used to it, and we don't perceive just how horrible it is. This thing right here, this is the most frightening thing there is. If you really understand what this thing is doing, the body, or this. So yeah, I am pretty shaken right now. And that's good, because I get to see myself. I get my heart to watch itself when it's shaken. And it needs to understand itself and accept itself as it is. Head bobs. This is something left from my previous video, when I was getting fascinated by the fact that you are a camera, and I am creating a person right now and trying to connect with that person, and you're just a piece of technology. Yeah, I shouldn't say those things. I should be inspecting myself instead. This is not helpful. So I guess this is the second but third video